This is breaking news from News 8.
In our Sunrise Smart Start, we are following breaking news this morning. A 32-year-old woman has died after a shooting in Rochester, marking the city's fourth homicide of the new year.
This happened on Lyle Avenue and Child Street around 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. No word this morning on any suspects in custody. Anyone with information is being asked to call 911.
Family members of American embassy workers in Kiev are being ordered to leave Ukraine. The push comes as fears grow over a possible Russian invasion.
We are joined by Washington correspondent Basil John, live in D.C. this morning. Basil, good morning. What other warnings are coming from the Biden administration as it relates to Ukraine?
Well, Mark, Alley, good morning. And yes, as you had just said, there is right now the U.S. is working to get a lot of those representatives within the Ukrainian embassy out of the country before any kind of military action can come down from Russia. On top of that, the federal government has also put in a travel advisory in place. So anybody who was thinking of going and visiting Ukraine, the U.S. is recommending that they do not enter the country at this time.
All right, Basil, thank you. Next question. Does the U.S. plan to evacuate its citizens if there is an invasion by Russia?
Right now, there is no plan that has been set in stone. So Secretary of State Antony Blinken did say over the weekend that they're just monitoring the situation as is, and they'll act appropriately depending on what Russian military ends up doing. But he said that the sense of aggression does make the U.S. aware, and they're playing it by ear as to what is the next step they need to do.
All right, Basil, thank you for your time this morning. The embassy will remain open, but with limited staff, according to the State Department.
Well, today marks the first day for tax season this year.
We have spoke to an expert with all the tips for how to be prepared and proactive this year. Erica Cost joining us now live in the newsroom with more. Erica, what can you tell us?
Good morning. Well, last year, the biggest thing for taxpayers was reconciling stimulus checks. This year, millions of Americans will have a similar process, but it's with the advanced child tax credit. Throughout the year, many families received these payments. Tax partner at Mengel Metzger Company, Jim Schnell, says if this is you, you're going to receive a letter from the IRS, letter 6419. That form will let you know how much money you collected this year. And on your personal form, Form 8812, you'll have to account for that amount. Schnell says a lot of the work he does is assisting business owners who also have families.
Letter 6419, it's a summary of the advanced child tax credit payments that you received during 2021. You need that letter because you need to know that amount. And that amount ends up getting reported on Form 8812. On your return, it's going to calculate how much credit you're eligible for, and then you need to subtract or account for how much you've already received. And then that net benefit is what's going to now be new to you as you file your 2021 return.
Another piece of advice Schnell has for everyone is to take your time before filing, really go through this past year of spending. In the newsroom, Erica Cost, News 8.
Erica, thank you so much. And for more tips on this year's tax season, you can head over to our website, rochesterfirst.com.
All right, -2 is the temperature on the weather bug at this hour. James, yeah. I'm not sure I need to add much to that for people at home. I think they know what that means.
Yeah, right.
It's cold.
Yeah. It's. I'm not going to insult anybody's intelligence by saying bundle up, because that's clearly the goal this morning. Round 0, Victor -1, Greece -3 this morning. Hey, Saturday was cold as well. -7 we got to. That was the coldest we've been in years. So hey, at least we're not that cold, but certainly chilly across the region. No schools are canceled or delayed because of this cold. I did glance, though, Watertown Central Schools up to our friends in the North Country. They are on a 2-hour delay, so let's be happy that we don't have to deal with that caliber of cold. This afternoon, we get to around 20 degrees, and then the snow showers increase. No snow this morning, but know that by this afternoon, you may have some flakes flying. We'll have a look at the bus stop forecast at the end of the show. Mark?
All right, James, thank you. Let's check the roads again now with our sunrise traffic. We mentioned that accident on 490 East. That has cleared now at this hour. There is still residual issues. 490 West at South Clinton Avenue after an accident there. 390 and 590 are both up to speed. And as you see in the view of the thruway, no issues there to speak of as well. Happening today, New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand will be joined by Rochester Mayor Malik Evans and other local leaders addressing what they're calling a maternal mortality crisis among black women. Local advocates say black non-Hispanic women in the U.S. are 2.5 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related complications than white women. They also say the maternal mortality rate in Monroe County is 46% higher than the national average. Organizers of this event are asking for federal funding to address the issue locally, including $25 million to deliver health care services to pregnant women and new mothers.
In developing news, Rochester police are investigating after a woman was struck by a vehicle following an attempted robbery in Rochester. This happened on Meg Street around 9 o'clock yesterday. According to investigators, a 24-year-old victim asked two people for help moving her car off a patch of ice. Instead, the suspects tried to rob her. The woman slipped on the ice and the suspects drove off in their own vehicle, hitting her as well. The victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Anyone with information on this incident is asked to call 911.
Let's get a follow-up now. Rochester police say no suspects are in custody after an Amazon delivery van was stolen over the weekend. Investigators say that van was taken around 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon on Monroe Avenue. It was later found about 4 hours later near Wilkins Street. That investigation is ongoing.
Governor Kathy Hochul says New York is once again committed to reconnecting neighborhoods across the state through improved infrastructure.
Now, in Erie County, construction on the Kensington Expressway will begin immediately. Kensington, along with the Inner Loop in Rochester, represents neighborhoods distanced by highway projects from nearly 50 years ago. The governor says that's had a negative impact on people who live in those areas.
So there's economic, there's psychological benefits, there's environmental benefits that come from removing this asphalt structure, as well as just the social opportunities for interconnection.
Now, last September, about $4 million in federal funding was approved to advance the Inner Loop North Transformation Project here in Rochester.
Turning now to the latest on COVID-19. At-home COVID tests are in high demand, but how do you make sure you're getting reimbursed? Private health insurance companies are now required to cover up to 8 COVID tests per month for customers. PCR tests and rapid tests ordered or given by a health provider will continue to be covered with no limit. Insurance companies are reminding customers to save their receipts when they purchase an at-home test. You can check your provider's website, of course, for more information. And some companies vary on their refund procedures.
New COVID-19 infections across the U.S. are now averaging just over 700,000 a day. Now, for some perspective, that number is down about 12% over the past week. So good news there. However, deaths are still rising here in the U.S., with the country now averaging more than 2,000 COVID-related deaths every day. Here is what folks, at least around these parts, will definitely be talking about at the water cooler this morning. The Bills season is over after that heartbreaking overtime loss in Kansas City to the Chiefs last night, 42-36. Buffalo held not one, but 2 leads in the final 2 minutes, but could not come away with a win. Wide receiver Gabe Davis finished with 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. That sets an NFL postseason record for touchdown receptions. The Chiefs, with the win, will now host the Bengals next Sunday in the AFC Championship game.
What a game.
Painful.
Kind of hard to rewatch there.
And of course, the hard thing, we've talked about it all morning here during the commercial breaks, the Bills never got the ball in overtime. Right? That rule where the Chiefs get the ball, they got the touchdown, and the Bills offense never took the field. There's been a lot of talk about that on social media, about how that rule is tough on teams, right?
Yeah,
the Chiefs were on the wrong end of it 4 years ago when they lost to the Patriots in overtime. And now it's the Bills who are feeling the pain.
Throughout the game, you kept thinking, okay, this is going to be the last drive. The Bills are down by 4. And then they score and then go for 2 so would force Kansas City to kick a field goal, kick the field goal, another score, another score. I mean, it was just, the fourth quarter was just out of control. So if you were up to watch it, good for you. I was up for watching it, and now I'm lacking sleep, certainly. But we're still going to school this morning, and we are bundling up as as we've got 0 on the thermometer, maybe even some spots starting off in the negatives. Feels like -5, feels like -10. Stays cold throughout the day. We've got some sun this morning, but snow showers as we get into this afternoon. A quick clipper system moves on by. Drops, I would say, 2 to 3 inches on most of us through early Tuesday morning. So snow brush handy over the next couple of days.
All right, James, thank you so much. And thank you for joining us here on News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update is coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is up next. Have a great Monday.